Good evening and welcome back to... Well, that was meant to be pointing at Jerusalem, but it appears not to be pointing at Jerusalem. Oh well. Is that better? What's going on here? That's showing me a different place from where my actual window is showing me. Is the window capturing not working properly or something? Let's scroll a bit further south just in case I'm terribly confused. No, my video's not updating. What are you on, you strange thing? Let's recapture the window and see if it works better. That's better. We apologise for the technical difficulties. Yeah, right, that's working properly now, except that I need to teleport my IRC session over to a different computer in a moment, but we'll have to wait for that computer to start up first. So anyway, oh dear, I've got a load of factions. So one thing I noticed at the end of the last session was that the Byzantine Empire has a new basileus. Again. Its capital is rather... No, it's Friday. I can tell. Its capital is weirdly all the way over in Dijon still, but Basileus Zamir of the Byzantine Empire is new, and in particular not someone that Queen Ansa has a truce with, so she could perfectly well go to war with him. More interestingly, partly because he's a new Byzantine emperor, he currently has, well, actually has 2 revolts, apparently. The Byzantine Revolt League Independence War and Julianos II's claim on the Byzantine Empire. One of these, conveniently, controls a bit of territory that I would quite like, namely these 2 counties here.
Which means that you can probably
Gabriel of the Byzantine Revolt.
The Empire and its revolt.
I'm not sure I want to do those simultaneously, looking at the numbers, but I can do it successively.
Well, I mean, you can take on the whole empire anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, actually.
Maybe it'll be fine. I mean, they are right next door to one another, so there's not the tedious thing of discovering that your entire army is on the other side of the map fighting the wrong people.
I mean, the worst thing is if both of them send their armies to fight you in quick succession, but they probably won't do that because they'll be on top of each other.
Yes. Obviously, the aim then is to carefully lead them into one another.
Yes. So stock up on your organisers.
Yeah, I've got a few. I am slightly worried that we do seem to have a faction situation, so let's just look at that. 77% want lower crown authority.
Yeah, but those you can just go sigh and give in.
True.
At least temporarily.
I mean, I don't want to get very much lower because I quite like the things can't be inherited out of your
I mean, yes,
kingdom button.
You know, if it's a choice between that and civil war, like fighting the Byzantine Empire, you know, when the choice comes to it, you can just go, yeah, low crown authority, I'm totes okay with that, dude.
And to be fair, Queen Answer will only last another 20 years or so. At which point we replace her with Elbira, who is all right. She's a brilliant strategist because you can't really get away with not being one around here. She's somehow managed to get scarred already.
Well, that's pretty cool, man.
And she has a genius son.
Hopefully he's been brought up appropriately.
Well, he's only 1, not being brought up at all yet. But yeah, I can probably offer to tutor him if necessary. So yeah, I mean,
Provided at that point you're still alive.
well, I mean, if not, then I'll be playing as Elbira, who can probably do all right as a tutor.
Or you can find the best tutor in your court and design it.
Yeah, but Elbira may well be the best tutor. She actually has more martial points already than Answer II does. Bit short on personal combat skill. Oh, she is currently quite pregnant. Okay, yes, that's she's pregnant and stressed, which is what's messing up her personal combat skill. So, right, yes, sorry, I should sort out my IRC faff first, and then we will get on to actually doing a thing. So, I think we probably just want to start stomping in there, really. Oh, yes, there's a weird thing. The Kingdom of England has managed to end up controlling parts of Africa. I don't quite know how. Africa, I think, still has high crown authority. So it shouldn't have been possible to do it by inheritance. So did someone with a claim on Alcazar end up getting the ear of the English king or something? It's quite odd. I mean, it's fine, I don't want that territory, but it's kind of weird. He's still middling scary, but we can take that county in due course, I'm sure. So, okay.
Have a treaty with
Yes, I do currently have a truce with him, so we have to be a bit cautious. So what do I have by way of claims against each of these guys anyway? Here we have basically one county de jure claims, because there is the entertaining problem that these counties are
In different duchies.
are in a duchy we already control, which means we can't just claim the duchies. They are also, it turns out, in different de facto duchies.
So you can't go off.
So I can't get it. I can't dig out a claim for the duchy from someone. So I think I just have to pick one of them. Let's pick the one with most holdings in it. So that one's kind of inconvenient. It's got one castle that's controlled by the current Byzantine Empire. Maybe I go for the other one then, because that won't leave this weird lump in my holdings. If I can get the other one, the one with the weird holding, at a time when it's all controlled by the same top liege, then that should then they will probably all come to me at the same time, depending on how I get it. But if I do it de jure, they will, I think. Oh gods, no! I probably just get the count, don't I? So even then, the holding will probably have to be done separately.
You have to war separately for the holding.
How inconvenient.
You might get lucky, or of course someone might take it off them. So
Yes, we could leave it to someone else. We could hope that the current count finally takes it, and then we can take advantage of their activities. Or I suppose we claim it and then let our vassal go to war with the Byzantine Empire, or the revolt for it. But that might be a bit optimistic. Yeah, let's go for this one, Alexandretta. Sorry, that's not quite the right accent to say that name in.
I'm just disturbed by the fact that Cyprus appears to be a plesiosaur.
Yes.
Must be a stringed instrument, I haven't decided which.
And controlled by Africa from the days. I think I got that that was like something that actually came with Egypt when I got Egypt.
so at least half of it.
Oh yeah, maybe I did something weird to get the other half, which would be traditional. Half of it should be controlled by the Byzantine Empire. Actually, Greece is currently controlled by the Byzantine Empire, so you might expect that all of it would be. Anyway, so yes, we'll go for Alexandretta. What do we try to take off the Byzantine Empire itself then?
Counties or duchies?
Do we have a claim on the Duchy of Jazeera? I think we might. Assyria is, or whatever it is, Mosul is kind of awkward. There never seem to be claimants on Mosul. Maybe I should send someone to fabricate one, actually. Given that I can't apparently find a claimant on Mosul. But yes, there are claimants on Jazeera. So I think I've got one. So, okay, I have a 12-year-old girl who is my claimant on Jazeera, who is currently unlanded. I think I can land her,
You test this out first.
but maybe I should see if I can find a more grown-up claimant. Yeah, I can totally land her. So who else is there that's a claimant on Jazeera? Anyone who wants to come and join me? So we could get Princess Markia of Assyria. Is she... So I was hoping she might be a daughter of the current king, and hence liable to get a claim on her on Mosul. Well, there's Sergios, who is another sibling of the current king, and who similarly has a claim on what? Where's his claim on... Oh, I'm looking at claimants on the Kingdom of Assyria. That's no good. I can't take the Kingdom of Assyria. It's a kingdom. Faff. I need to take Jazeera. That's the kingdom still, you idiot. That one. Right, who's got a claim on Jazeera? Some random Mystikos has a weak claim. Steward of Al-Mafra has a claim on Jazeera and Sicily. I thought, oh, those look quite similar. Maybe they're close together. No, they're completely different. Okay, so yeah, there's Photios, but yeah, maybe we just give the little girl a county.
I mean, you know, she'll be a teenager by the time we finish the war.
Yeah. No, I'm not high enough up yet. So, yes, she only has a weak claim as well at the moment. Though she also comes with a strong claim on Oman, which is kind of amusing because I already own Oman. All right. Oh, hang on. Garifalia has a claim on Jazeera. Why can I not press the claim on behalf of Garifalia then? Can I not press the claim? Am I just being on behalf of Garifalia? Am I just being an idiot? I thought there was only one entry for Jazeera in this list. Yeah, only one entry for Jazeera. Why can't I press Garifalia's claim? Is there something weird that means that if I land Evanthia, I won't be able to press her claim? Oh well. Right, so we should pick... Well, we should probably... Is it best to start the war first and then land her at an appropriate moment? She's not heir to anything.
Is that you can do it after the war starts, but you have to be damn sure that you have done it before the end. Of course. So I like to do it either before the war starts or just after the war starts, just so that I'm really sure that I have landed the person.
Right, yes. Right, okay.
Occasionally this goes wrong, when, they lose their title to a scheming brother or something, but,
So that's that one county, and that's that one county, which I think is the best one to go for. Okay, so let's go to war with a Byzantine revolt. Let's also go to war. I have several claimants on the Byzantine Empire just lying around.
you just end up with them. They're like rats,
I mean, I suppose having a claim on the getting a claimant into the Byzantine Empire then means I can go to war with them. A claim on Jazeera. Right, so the war has properly started. Let us check that we can actually give Evanthia a title. Right, what county should she... Oh, Erbil's right next to Jazeera.
Yeah.
Right, bet it turns out she's the wrong... No, she's even Catholic. How excellent is that? Right, So she is now Countess Evanthia of Erbil. And will, we hope, shortly be Duchess of Jazeera. Right, so now I need to make sure I understand what's going on. That is one of the revolt I do want to get into fights with. That one is the revolt I do not want to get into fights with. Right.
Some very slightly different red and black patterns.
Yes.
They're not opposite ends of them.
Well, their capitals are like that far apart. Which, given that the capital of the empire itself is
Unusual still.
there, is, yeah, they're actually quite close together, really. But we can't see any armies of the one I don't want to fight, the one with the diamond in it. The one with the eagle, we've got a 12,000 strong army there and a 4,000 strong army there. Right. That's everyone marching in a vaguely appropriate direction. Okay, someone has immediately changed their coat of arms in my thing. What has happened? Byzantine revolt has apparently got itself a light standard shield rather than a red and black one. Well, that's kind of helpful. It's just a bit weird.
Yes.
Didn't know revolts were allowed to have shields that aren't red and black.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
The other revolt's still got a sensible shield. It's just that the revolt I'm fighting has suddenly gone for this prancing blue thing. As is often the way, the defensive pacts being weird at startup. Let's make sure we have a siege leader there.
So I bought 2 new microphones. I'm going to stick with using the one that's setting up and doing stuff goes on. It's been absolutely fine for several situations and various summers of Friday since then. So, but if you
Well, conveniently, this army here is not immediately stomping in and saying hello to me. Fools. They're just giving me enough time to accumulate a decent-sized force. Let's make sure that we have a decent siege leader here as well, though this lot probably won't actually get to do much besieging because as soon as they're adequately numbered, they will be marching north and giving that lot a quick thrashing. That is mountains. Okay, we probably want to get another couple of thousand troops up there. Well, this lot are conveniently available now. Let's give them an organiser and send them up here and glue that lot together into one vaguely well organised army. And disband that fleet. Meanwhile, that lot are probably all ready to get on their ship. And should be sent all the way up there. We can now go quite a long way north. What's the supply limit there? 20,000. What's the supply limit there? 15,000. Yeah, okay, there is a 20,000 strong revolt army over there, which is a bit scary. We have won the siege of Alexandretta, 10% war score. Hope that's the last army to arrive because we're getting quite close to the supply limit in Alexandretta. That fleet can be dismissed. Since we've run out of supply limit in Alexandretta, this lot, oh, they can march up there and then we'll see what we can do with them. But internal wars going on in my realm. It's getting that big. Okay, and then it immediately evaporated. Possibly someone tried to go to war with one of my vassals, which the rules don't allow. But which seems to occasionally happen anyway. Oh, we have a new Duchess of...
Notorious for obeying the rules.
We have a new Duchess of Cappadocia, 21-year-old Apollonia. Who looks like she might actually be quite useful. I mean, we kind of want to get rid of Cappadocia at some point because it's a bit unnecessary. It's like, it includes all these odd little bits that we don't really need. So we could reduce our threat if we could get them independent while keeping the other bits.
Yeah, but achieving that is tricky. I mean, it's a nice to have
Yes.
if you can manage it, but...
Oh, they're nice not to have.
Oh, look! Duchess Mencia of Galilee has declared the Galilean Hospitaller de Jure holding war.
Oh, look, it must be Tuesday. No, wait, Friday.
I mean, like, the knights are an excellent way to get yourself extra holding slots, because they appear to get free holding slots whenever they build something. So you just sit around in the Middle East and a bunch of holy orders turn up and build castles for you. It's great.
Chevalier, don't you? Well, when I say you, I mean your empire. Not you personally. The only reason I keep wishing on about Cracked Chevalier is this was part of one of my father's extempore lectures on high medieval Middle Ages castle design when we were visiting Chinon.
Seems to be a bunch of odd little armies around who are hostile to me, doing weird things. I hope it doesn't matter too much. Right, okay, excellent timing there. We've just got enough people in here to properly squash that army, and we've just finished the first siege there. And down here, this army has finished comprehensively flattening Alexandretta. So let's just get these 357 to join us, organise ourselves as some decent commanders, and then we'll stomp into wherever this is. Vaspurakan. Okay, we're halfway through the next siege. May as well finish it. Here, let me take the other flank. Oh, they're suffering a supply limit problem. How bad a supply limit problem are they suffering? Ooh, quite. Let's split them in between two counties. So that requires 24 days to finish that siege. Should be fine. Right, and now they can march up there, where they will have a disadvantage by virtue of being in the mountains. But I think their numerical advantage will more than compensate for that. That lot are happily besieging this random bishopric that's still for some reason owned by, well, currently a revolt of the Byzantine Empire. Oh, a son was born to Munio Zenones and Aranie di Spoleto named Zentulo.
Quite a cool name.
This is a family that likes Zeds.
Yes, so my nephew Munio Zenones, who was daughter of Zenon of Urbid, son of Zenon of Urbid, married Aranie di Spoleto. And yes, their son is called Zentulo Munez. I have no idea.
That's the sound of diminutive.
Yeah.
I imagine neither of them is actually a Zen Buddhist.
No. There are Buddhists, but they're somewhere all the way off over in the east.
They're all made of Zen.
Well,
No.
I mean, Buddhism is from sort of 600 or more BCE. What's the Zen Buddhism, right? Is it
Don't know. Our ongoing struggle outside of Hykerberg has brought out the best of our military strategists. One of them is a Basque veteran with a penchant for innovation. He is suggesting that he retire from the battlefront and return to Jerusalem to continue his work safe from flying arrows. So for 114 gold, which I can just about afford, I get better military technology spread rate. Otherwise I get a useless commander. Oh, it's a lot of money at this stage. I'm not very well off right now. I don't really want to go down to having 5 gold. Are we currently in profit? We're currently burning money on this war. No, sorry, we need any resources available to us here at the front, and I don't mean you, I mean my money.
In a few more sieges and you'll get some back.
Yes.
Zen date from the late 5th century, apparently, so there's no problem there.
Right.
The only problem is that
There's
Benton
merely
is
an
on entirely the wrong side of the world.
And there's merely an argument about orthography and so on to have instead.
Right, so we've won that battle, which has gained us 3% war score, grump. And we're now besieging the wrong thing, so let's march back to the territory we actually want to take. Yeah, we'll leave them to besiege that random bishopric. They can sort themselves out later. Well, I can sort them out later. So, there's a 17,000 strong revolt army. That's probably a good one to hit. Okay, let's bring up this lot as reinforcements then. It's a bit big to be. I don't want to abandon that nice half-finished siege, but on the other hand, I think I need my troops up here. No, you're coming up here. Sorry. And I'm going to stick an organiser in charge of you just to try to get you there in a reasonable time. You guys probably... actually, I think... even though you've got a nice half-finished siege there, I think you should come over here as well. Don't quite know how this is going to go, but I think we want everyone... Oh, we've dragged someone out of some people out of their hiding holes. Yes, we need the money. If, of course, they're not getting us war score. Nope. And... nope. Okay, I appear to have a random man called Edwulf in my... oh, was he... He might have been one of my vassals whom I imprisoned, mightn't I? Mightn't he? Yeah, let's keep my vassals imprisoned. But the two that we just imprisoned will ransom. Oh look, Duchess Mencia of Galilee has usurped the title Barony of Beaver from the Grandmaster Uoti of the Knights Hospitaller. Man, we eat a face.
Oh, look, the Knights Hospitaller are pissed off at you again.
They're not pissed off at me. I mean, they are because I have high crown authority. But no, they still remember when I granted them a barony. I'm not sure if it's actually that one. I think I actually might have granted them Beth Gibelin. But yeah, they remember the baronies I grant and don't care about the vassals who take them back. Or they do, but they blame that on the vassals, not on me.
Oh, that's charming.
Great Beast is confused by the rodent.
Beaver, Belvoir. I think that's the correct pronunciation of it.
Well, I think it's the correct pronunciation of beaver in England.
Right.
Whether it's the correct pronunciation of
In the 12th century.
12th century, wherever the hell we are.
Also,
It probably comes out closer to Beauvoir at this point, given that we're probably all really speaking Norman French, possibly Sicilian.
So, oh yes, I think that was my my court chaplain doing something conversion-y. Let's see where he is and what he's playing at. So he is in Homs, this place, which is, oh well, that's still Bogomillis. That's weird and the kind of heresy I don't even understand.
As far as I can tell, the Bogomils are entirely around so that you can make puns about buggery, but I'm not entirely sure why. I only really know this from a random fanfic, so. But yeah, 12th century heresy, or thereabouts.
Slightly disappointed that he only appears to be willing to pay 10 gold to get his wife back.
Maybe he's broke. Maybe he doesn't like her very much. Maybe she's over 45.
Oh right, my truce with the Najidids is expiring.
So once you've recovered from this war, you can go and say hello to the Najidids again.
Yes.
Will that be your last Najidid war?
I think no. I think we have 2. Yes, I released them. I noticed. Oh, we have a new pope.
Is it?
Pre-
Fresh boat.
Pope Martinus II.
He looks a bit cavernous, so I'm not sure how long he's going to last.
He's 59.
Unless this is a John the 22nd ploy.
So, like, he's probably got a good decade in him. Where are this lot going? Because, like, I don't want them to accidentally run away. Oh, they're heading to Alexandretta. Excellent. Is Alexandretta mountainous? Right. Can I get to Alexandretta before them? I mean, yes, I've almost finished this siege, but so they're arriving in Alexandretta on the 13th of September. We're quite close. So we would get there on the 13th. If we organise ourselves with an organiser, let's drag in Osric, then we get there on the 11th, and that's a small army, so the revolt probably won't realise that it's a problem for them to arrive after it. No, that's not a sensible route. We need to get there quickly. No, what? Oh, that was the wrong button. That's okay. Sorry, I thought it had decided to route to an immediately adjacent county by a stupid route, but no. Right. So everyone go to Alexandretta. You guys, as the people who are going to be there first, I will lead your right flank as is traditional. And we will stick Pancratios on your left flank as our best. Oh, actually, do we have a decent marshal? Our marshal has slightly more marshal than Pancratios, but he has fewer other useful features. On the other hand, he is an organizer. Right, let's put him somewhere else. He should stop researching military tech. He should be leading that army. And we should make sure Andreas is leading that one, and they should be routed sensibly as well. Right, go there in a straight line. No. Right, that's everyone going in by a sensible route to the correct location, and all being well, this lot will be able to hold the revolt army at bay until the rest arrive. Have I got any other armies lying around that I've accidentally misplaced? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Good.
It's less of a problem while you've got a relatively compact kingdom or empire.
Yes.
It's more a problem when they're big sprawling stokes or you've got little stray counties everywhere.
Right, so the attackers are movement locked. They have arrived, which is a bit scary because everyone else is still 2 counties away. But I'm a flanker and we have a narrow flank advantage on another one, so yeah, right, okay, we've all arrived now. Squish. I mean, we won't all fit in this county. It's a very small county, Alexandretta. Battle of Alexandretta. Riding through the mountains, I see a group of pompous soldiers coming for my unit, weapons raised. When they are finished with them, all my men are dead. I sink to my knees in the mud, wondering why I am still here. What?
They're pompous soldiers.
Yes. So, yeah, I don't know that I want a duel. Like, I have one more point of personal combat skill than the enemy commander. Though, to be fair, my daughter is pretty competent too.
Yeah.
Sod it. Duel. Oh, I was chasing Simeon through the mountains when Osric shoved me aside, barking, "I'll take this one, my lady." He's got 11 personal combat skill. He's even worse. Clumsily swinging his scimitar. I do hope he doesn't hurt himself. Osric did poorly in the duel. Osric is now wounded. Happily, we have comprehensively won the Battle of Rosus, and are now suffering terrible attrition due to running out of supply, but we can win that war. Right, there we are. Jerusalemite ducal war for Duke Liutprand's claim on Alexandretta has ended. Queen Answer II of Jerusalem won. Now we've got plenty of supply limit because it's now our county, I think. Yes. No, we've still got 33,000 troops there.
Not that much supply limit.
And not quite that much supply limit. Anyway, there's no point in them being there.
You just might have to split them into several bits to go to neighbouring counties.
Yes, so let's leave the other ones there and then we'll see what's going on in a moment. Yes, I noticed we were being attacked in Alexandretta. I planned it. Well, if the peasants are going to go revolting in Antioch, yeah, more or less.
There are 30,000 armed troops on your lawn.
Yes, this is not the place to revolt. Anselm, King of Leon, has joined the defensive pact against me. Why are you trying to kill Duke Iramum, eh? I mean, not that I really mind, but... Right, we've dealt with that revolt. I was wondering what that small pile of troops was going to be for. You lot can go over there. Let's actually send you guys and you guys to Tel Bashir, because that seems like a sensible place to be. Anyone seen the Byzantine Empire recently? Oh, there's a Byzantine Empire army just over there. Change of plan. Everyone who was heading east, head west. Actually, head for Alexandretta for now. Apart from that lot who are allowed to carry on because they've got the furthest east. And I think the rest will be enough if we're reasonably well organised. Right, let's make sure this lot have an unexciting siege leader. We don't actually have any unexciting siege leaders. All our siege leaders are infuriatingly brilliant. Munio can take them though. So where are you guys going? You're currently going to Tarsos. Now you're going to Adana. Let's check. Have you got a Morcar and Carlman? You have got an organiser, so you're coming as fast as you can. Right, if we can face them in Alexandretta again, that would be excellent. Heading for Dolice. Well, let's give them the chance to come and meet us in Alexandretta. They might be that foolish. They're immediately moving to Alexandretta. I think I want not to give away that I'm planning to meet them in Alexandretta. So these guys can briefly pause in Aintab just until we know whether this lot are going to try to meet us in Alexandretta or in Aintab, I suppose, which is also mountainous. They're both excellent places for us to be defending. Right, they seem to want to head to Aintab, so let's give Aintab our best commanders plus me. Wait a little bit until their movement locked and then send that army in to join them. I think, yes. I've got those excellent 2 narrow flanks. Plus we've just won a siege. Let's go and see what's going on with that siege. Right, we still have plenty more besieging to do over there. Battle of Aintab. Oh, I've got lots of options here. The landscape surrounding Aintab is a sight to behold. I wish I was not here for a battle. Once all of this is over, maybe I'll come here with Elbira. My sword is suddenly kicked out of my hand, and a scruffy-looking soldier shouts, voiced like a demon, "I'll get your body!" Yes. Gregorios, Protostrator of the Ecumenical Patriarchate. Protostrator of the Ecumenical Patriarchate.
Well, he needs a kicking, but are you the one to deliver it?
So do I don't think so. I'll duel Commander Gregorios myself. Wait, how about you just take this Basque Crusader falchion and let me live? Or curses and get maimed. No, I'm totally going to duel the Protostrata of the Ecumenical Patriarchate. No, I'm better.
Okay, well, go and kick his ass then.
I think. I have 6 personal combat skill. He has 6, I have 14.
I think this guy's a menace to the world because people keep trying to pronounce his name. You should kill him.
Solve the problem, yeah.
I was holding my Basque Crusader falchion in front of me, locking eyes with Gregorios. The crowd began to whisper as my opponent fidgeted awkwardly with his weapon, his face growing paler. I thought he was about to faint when the man started running away from me. Well, that was easy. 50 prestige, plus 2 monthly prestige, more duel and battlefield experience.
No actual war score.
No, you don't get that from duels. You get that from winning battles.
This is about you personally, not what your army's doing.
I mean, possibly we got rid of their commander, which probably helped. Right, that got us 47% war score, that battle.
Okay, what's your total war score at the moment?
90. We have just
Just checking if they'll give you a piece, you know.
we have just imprisoned do Zenobios the Unready,
Already he was too, yes.
who is probably not of any war score value. He isn't.
But, as a duke, he might have some money.
145 gold, yes.
Nice.
Right, let's split that army back in 2. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. Oh, our knowledge of improved keeps in Damascus has improved. If we had any money, that would be useful.
One day it could be useful.
To the wretched Queen Answer II, may your years be short and miserable. I accept paying your ransom for the safe return of Zenobios. Right, now we have quite a bit more money. Plus we've got a little bit for a siege. Oh, we've finished besieging that place. Let's march next door.
Chiswick for a siege.
I mean, like, given we're at 90% war score, possibly I should be starting to bring people home.
Well, make them besiege bases near the border.
No, that's not a sensible route. Oh, a messenger approaches us with a letter from the Vatican, from the Vicar of Christ himself, Pope Martinus II. He is asking us to prepare our men to fight against the heathens and the infidels, to restore Christendom to the lost places of the world. The Pope wants to send our faithful Christian men against Wallachia. The region is held by the Mohammedan Sultan Musa of the Najdid Sultanate.
You've been going around a bit then.
And it is time to return it to Christianity once more.
Assuming I know vaguely where Wallachia is, which I think is like somewhere in northeastern, central Europe.
The Pope
is somewhere in the vicinity of Hungary.
The Pope wants us. Yeah, I think that's about right, given where I know the Najidids have got to. The Pope wants to send our faithful Christian. Yes. Though the Pope wants to invade Wallachia, a pious Christian could convince everyone to focus on another objective. Yes, my men are ready. At least they will be once we've dealt with this war. I think we can actually dismiss. Let's dismiss those armies so as to start cheering up my vassals. All the stuff's happening. Eleodora approaches me as I'm on my way out to tell me how happy she is to hear that I've pledged my men to the crusade. Yes, thank you. Ooh, tech points from Fustat. Right, I think we're not going to need those armies anymore, because I think we only need to win this siege or wait a bit. Oh, excellent. Duke Ignatios of Mudar has declared the Mudarian Byzantine revolt de jure war over Beroea, which was the county I didn't take. The Baron of Crac de Chevalier is trying to kill the Count of Nadran. That's nice. I wish to object that I should not be covered in blood. The duel, I got into a duel and the other guy ran away. Someone's just besieged Acre. The nuisances. We've apparently got a revolt down there. Well, no, let's wait until I finish this war and then we'll re-raise my troops down in Jerusalem and fix that.
Wait, you can dismiss troops over there and raise them up over there and they effectively teleport?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Convenient.
up to a point, I mean, you have to be careful that you're dismissing them in friendly territory.
Yes, I'll have to march, but it will be friendly territory by then. So, Homs has been converted to Catholicism rather than weird Bogomilism. Let's find our court chaplain and send him to proselytise somewhere else. Have we got any other? I mean, we've got a Muslim heresy there.
Well, it's probably worth pushing.
That's about as bad as it gets now. I mean, obviously, we're shortly going to acquire some Orthodox Christians too, but like, that's not a heresy. I think once this siege is over, we should get to 100% war score. Zenon of Urbid has died a natural death. The one after whom Munio Zenones is named. Right, we have our 100% war score. Countess Evanthia of Erbil is already landed, so
Release the otter.
Duchess Evanthia the usurper has usurped the county of Amida and the Duchy of Jazeera. Right. It's all quite mountainous up there.
I suppose it's a bit yin-yang, isn't it? The other thing is the bit of purple that pokes into your
Yes, yes. Mosul is not very defensible either, in a sense. And it's all desert rather than mountains. Right, let us wander back over to Jerusalem, raise a few troops here, stand at their head and stomp that lot. Of course, now we have a Duchess of Jazeera who has a claim on Oman, so who knows what's going to happen there. Well, we flattened that revolt pretty quickly.
What's your levy crusade?
We're about to go on crusade against the Najidids. Probably if we control a bunch of Najidid territory at the start of the crusade, that might be helpful.
That's true.
That's not considered cheating by the other people on your side.
Might be.
I mean, the crusades in this do seem to have a certain aspect of the bubble nature. That notionally you're all cooperating to defeat the enemy, but actually, in large part, you're all competing to be the one who was perceived to have done most.
Yes. It's absolutely about ingratiating yourself with the Pope, which, as I understand it, is pretty accurate.
I mean, the problem here is that if you're at war with them when the crusade starts and then when the crusade ends, your war may in some way get stated by the crusade in ways that I don't understand.
I think it should, but we'll see. I mean, so the crusade is for... Wallachia. Let us work out where that is. No, that's the wrong button. I want to hit the De jure Kingdoms button.
I think the correct approach here is that you have the crusade and then you pick the Najidids when they're down.
I mean, I could. So yes, Wallachia is there, and that half of it is the bit that is actually controlled by the Najidids at the moment, up to the river, is that the Dnieper, the Dniester. That's the Dnieper. We've got like 502 days before the Crusades start. So we've apparently still got some armies raised somewhere. Where are they? Oh, I was wrong. What? Why do I have some armies there?
They took a weasel on holiday.
Clear off. We apparently own a castle in Spain.
Good.
He's my direct vassal. I'm quite tempted just to grant him independence so he doesn't get on my nerves.
Just check he's not got any important...
He has no other. He has no other titles. He has no claims. His son has no claims. He's a heretic, and he's in Spain. And he hates me because I think I revoked some other title of his, and he got left with this barony. Right? Yeah, you're leaving my kingdom. Thank you. You're just useless. I don't even lose any threat for doing this. Right, now he is an independent baron. Doubt that'll last long.
Yeah, he's toast.
Right, anyway, back to the Najidids. Najidid Sultan is already involved in one war. So we could go on a holy war for Basra, or which gets us 3 counties, or Nafud, which just gets us those 2, which are mostly just desert. I think we probably would want to go for Basra. And I think all the others are outside of our area of interest. Yes, because there's the border of what we care about, and it does not include anything beyond Basra. Yeah, I suspect part of the thing is if we win this war, then then any war score that we got from that occupation that was contributing to our crusade contribution, or at least to the crusade war score, it might not be, our contribution might still count, I don't know. But like they're already at another war, we probably don't need many people, plus we could, let's see if we can get any holy orders to help, because I think holy order hire costs are 0 against religious enemies, it looked like. So we could probably bring the Templars in. The Hospitallers are hired by someone else and also probably kind of annoyed. No, they're not actually annoyed with me. 16. Grandmaster Geoffrey could come and help us. Though actually the Teutonic Order are much better equipped with troops at the moment. Someone has eviscerated the Knights Templar a bit lately. So I could probably do this without it costing me a lot of money or a lot of pissing off vassals by just hiring the Teutonic Order for the job. Yeah, I'm going to take Basra off them. And they do still have a monthly cost listed, so possibly because this is an offensive war, they're not that cheery about it. Well, let's be slightly sparing in what we raise. We're all right for cash at the moment, so we can probably raise my domain troops, so they're a bit depleted. But like, I don't really have a strong desire to hugely contribute to the crusade, to be fair.
Well, I mean, the only reason is that it's a nice money maker.
Yeah.
So obviously you don't want to go and take Crusader Kingdom from it.
Not right now.
I mean, if you've got a relative you want to get rid of.
No, all my relatives are quite sensible at the moment. It's okay if the Teutonic Order are actually going to charge me for this, then yeah, let's not bother. Okay, if we want, that's who you want to kill, that's fine by me. I presume this doesn't get them a defensive. She's only a random courtier, yes. Doesn't get them a non-aggression pact with me, because I don't really want the random people of Assyria to have a non-aggression pact with me. But yes, I'm quite happy for you to marry a random courtier of mine. I'll be coming for your duchy soon. Oh yeah, should I send my I should send my Chancellor off to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Mudar, or whatever it is. Can I get a better Chancellor? 20 is a bit feeble, really.
Probably not. also bear in mind that firing the Chancellor will piss him off. It doesn't look like he's an important ranking person.
No, he's of no interest. Well, I can get Aelfrith, who has 25. I don't want to send gift, I want to invite to court. Right, Aelfrith is now my Chancellor. Let's have him head over to Assyria to try to fabricate a claim on something. Mosul, that's the bunny, not Mudar. Mudar's this bit. I have a fairly random bunch of people whom I can suggest as the next king or queen of Wallachia. Clara, Duchess of Gerid, looks pretty interesting though.
Another potential Crusader Queen. Sticking with your streak.
I mean, she's admittedly she's currently a vassal of Africa. Maybe I should choose someone who's a vassal of me. He's I may be a bit shorter of convenient people. Ramiro, Prince of Jerusalem. He's my brother. He currently has no children, but I don't know that I want to inherit Wallachia. Yeah, let's go for the genius, even if it does end up with that meaning that Wallachia becomes part of Africa. There's a convenient Najadid army there. If we get this lot in, this army might be big enough to do something about them. Whether we can catch up with them is another matter. Random emir has joined the war. That's not a problem. Now, we may end up meeting them in mountains. I don't really want to do that. On the other hand, they don't appear to be moving. Are they real? Are they somehow an imaginary army? Now they're moving to Arvaz. All right, and we're going to not quite catch them. Slightly inconvenient, because Arvaz is mountainous. So that lot are still catching up. Don't think I've got quite enough troops to feel comfortable facing them in the mountains. They're heading onwards to Esfahan, which is also mountainous. I mean, maybe they've probably got a terrible set of commanders. We're slightly under twice the number of troops of them. We do suffer a river crossing penalty. This is not kind of making me feel comfortable about this battle. Let's not do that then. Let's just sit down at the current Najdid capital and besiege some things while we think. I mean, I suppose we could bring in some local troops for extra numbers, but I kind of... How are they off for troops at this point? They do have a pretty decent number, to be fair. Let's get ourselves some reinforcements in then. Yes, my truce with Africa is about to expire. I don't think I'm planning to arrest or assassinate anyone anytime soon. But arrests are slightly more common, so.
Well, how come the smaller book says there's someone you're trying to assassinate?
There's someone so unimportant that I'm not doing it as kind of a diplomatic assassination. It's just, you just sometimes have to assassinate someone.
Routine day-to-day assassinations.
Apparently.
Don't come up on your personal radar when one of your staff delegates it.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. A big pile of prisoners. Musa, not Sultan Musa presumably, because we only get 5% for him. Najdid is one I do not want to release. But there are plenty of others that I do want to release. Well, ransom.
Linux has randomly done that thing where on shutdown it says, oh wait, something is still running, I'm going to wait a minute and a half.
That can be at least one thing there, but it's called Mr. Thing.
Wow.
Duke Athelwine of Sinai has become a scholarly theologian. Athelwyn, sorry. Go on, send me more money. Sultana Susan has been released.
Oh, current events.
Thank you, Simon.
Finish shutting down the state. Daniel 7th birthday.
That's the one we don't want to release, probably. Yes, we do only get 10 gold for each of these, but like it's profit.
Good night.
Oh, they're besieging us. That doesn't usually happen. That's everyone they're willing to pay a ransom for, or possibly can afford to pay a ransom for, or am I confused? I don't know. I know, we were waiting for them to pay that ransom. Musa is the one we want to keep. And the others are not ransomable. And then we should probably trog up there and give them a quick thrashing once we've... let's push this place over before we do that. What's our supply limit down there? Is fairly huge. Let's go down there and help. Oh, there's a hostile army right next door. Are they hostile in the sense of being actually one of the participants? Yes. Well, maybe we'll go and hit them first then, because they're conveniently tiny. Where are they going? I mean, I'm just here to finish off this siege. Just quickly checking we do have a siege leader in there. We have a new Duke of Baghdad. He is 12. Duke Eric of Baghdad. Who has inherited from his brother Duke Ernst, who I had for some reason imprisoned, and who died in my dungeons. Well, that's probably for the best. Go on, finish this siege so I can stomp all over them. That was quite a profitable siege. Can we get in there fast enough? Yes. It's desert, which is a perfectly good place to fight people. I'm on a flank. We'll have Morcar in the centre and Pankratios on the other flank. Feels weird having me fighting on the left flank, but hey. Flankers are not handed, so... And we have captured someone who is almost certainly of no use because he's not even of the correct, from the correct realm. Using your foot as leverage, you pull your sword out of the dead corpse of the last foeman to fall by your hand in the battle. All around you, the men are cheering as the routing enemy soldiers flee in wild panic. Victory has been achieved in large parts thanks to your heroic efforts. Songs will be sung of this day. 100 prestige. Takes me past 5,000. Right, let's go and deal with that. Oh,
What's your war for?
37% at the moment. Let's go and deal with that army, which is like conveniently fairly small. Where are they heading for? They're heading for Baghdad. So that battle was only worth 3%. Like if we march across our territory a bit, we'll reinforce a bit, which will be nice. Right, didn't even have to get into melee with that lot. Duke Valdemar the Brute has formed an alliance with Duke France the Old. Thank you. Just want this lot to move. Oh, that one was worth 5.25%. Excellent. Right. Well, let's head back over, here, where they're trying to take their capital back.
How very dare they?
Yes. They're trying to take their capital that is in the plains back. Maybe we should raise some troops in Kabul just to make ourselves a bit stronger. Yeah, they're slowly pushing over some of my territories, but they're slowly pushing over. Where did they, oh, was that them just besieging back their capital? Yes, okay. They're running away. Where are they running away to? They're running away to Kufa. Okay, we'll join them there then. If I'd been paying attention, I would have organised that quicker. Now where are they running away to? Now they're running away to Ilam. Well, then we'll just... Oh, we can't stay put. Then we'll come back here. And now they're not moving out of Kufa again. You guys, stop being so confusing. Lots of messages about our holdings being under siege as the enemy armies bounce around all over the place.
I found that after a certain point, you just like pretty much have to ignore them. I mean, those messages, and just pay attention to where the army, the sort of long-term army location, because the short-term army location and what's under siege is not usually that relevant.
Ah, my husband Virginio has really been letting himself go of late. What was once a strong and energetic man has slowly become a weak-willed and sedentary glutton, only excited about his next great feast. So because I'm fat, I can just be happy for him. Because I have high diplomacy, I can inform him that he has a problem and should stop eating so much. I can also rudely inform him that he has a problem and should stop eating so much, or I can leave him alone. I'm not sure it makes very much difference, so I shall be happy. Tell him I'm happy, because that will make him like me more.
I mean, of course, him liking you more is quite no risk at this point because you're too old to get pregnant.
Yes.
or?
No, definitely. Stokes in that cry. I could not make them out. Like 1,000 Stokes. Not Stokes.
Suddenly Stokes up.
Pretty much.
We can finish this siege, then march over there and stop them besieging back whatever it is they're besieging. Duke of Ascalon has come of age. Riding over the plains, I see another group of pompous soldiers coming for my unit. When they are finished with us, all my men are dead. I sink to my knees in the dirt. Oh, he's scary. He's got 22 personal combat skill. Oh, but I've got 28 now because I keep getting into duels. Kill him. Oh dear, I cannot believe what is happening, but with each swing of his spear, Halil is getting closer and closer to winning the fight. Jumping back to avoid yet another frighteningly lucky blow, I find myself backed up against a large rock. Right, so my options are be imprisoned, which will presumably lose me the war, though I note that I'm not being imprisoned by the person in charge of the war. Does it only give them 100% war? Does it give them a total of 100%, or does it just contribute 100% to their war score?
I can't offhand remember.
Take Munio instead. My nephew Munio's in on it. Which will piss off Munio, but otherwise be fine. Well, actually, it pisses everyone off a bit. Or die gloriously in battle. But I've just expired all of my truces. Munio is not a person of any great importance. Pinkbee says, oh, are we back to throwing brothers at people? Nephews in this case. Take Munio instead. It shouldn't take me very long to besiege this place. Ah, the crusade for Wallachia has started. Deus Volt. But I'm already at war with these people, so I appear not to have quite joined the crusade properly. Well, we'll see what happens later. Maybe I will have to officially join the crusade at some stage. Our new Duchess of Jazeera has come of age. It is Midas touched, which is nice for her at least. Since I have, I think, 0 feudal taxes, it's not much use to me. Okay, so I can offer to join the crusade now. I presume that will help if I'm allowed to. Let's press the button and see what happens. Right, now I am in 2 wars against the same person. As we settle down for the night in Sousse, a comet passes overhead. The soldiers start talking excitedly about what it might mean. Does God guide our hand in this just war? Causing me to become zealous.
Maybe.
Do I say, all right, now get back to work, men, and get 2 years of +2 martial? Or do I take a moment to thank Jesus for this miracle and lose proud, which is frankly not a very helpful thing to lose? I think I'm a taskmaster.
Does Zealous get you?
Zealous is +2 martial as well, actually. And also monthly piety and church opinion. Okay, maybe since this is a very just war, 2 simultaneous just wars, in fact, God guides our hand, we will become zealous. Okay, there are 10,000 enemy troops next door. I need to be a bit cautious. Possibly, actually.
You've raised all of your troops now.
Oh, no.
You should raise all your troops now that there's a crusade, because they'll probably not be quite so pissed off.
Yeah, I'm also in a non-crusade war.
The problem is, because of the crusade, there will be a shit ton of enemy troops kicking around, so I would...
Well, let's at least hire the Hospitallers because they're free.
Yeah. Also, you want lots of crusade contribution for money.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe they can mop up some enemy armies en route.
So I am now the biggest contributor to the crusade because I already occupied the capital of the defender.
And that at least you will continue to occupy once you've taken them.
True, true. They're trying to get territory back, but we're not going to try to get that off them. Try to deal with that yet. We're going to do other things while we get our armies into more useful places. But they're taking territory back and now coming to attack me in Sousse. And they're a bit chaotic at the moment. I'm wondering if I get out of here, head for somewhere mountainous, and organise my troops in the mountains. Yeah, I can't get out of here fast enough, apparently. It's not by that route. Okay, I can get out of here fast enough that way, and that's a mountain. That's a mountain that I control, which is even better. Well, which is good anyway. Right, let's get out to there. Redirect all of my troops that way. Right, they're no longer heading for Seuss, though. I don't quite know what they're playing at. Oh, we have a master builder. So, that lot are heading south, that lot are heading north. Looks like we're going to end up in a particularly silly battle down here. Oops, I accidentally left that unpaused. Right, given that, I think we march back into Seuss. Okay, they're coming to attack my tiny army. And I cannot flee fast enough. You may as well just hunker down there and, well, get flattened, frankly. But if they're going to get distracted by that, maybe I can have some fun up here. Not sure. If I had a 3,000 army there, it looks like it might be easily hit. Let's make sure we don't have anyone spare because everything's a mess. I think half of my army is busy. Oh, that battle hasn't started yet. I mean, that one's just going to be a complete walkover for them, but like it's also a pretty pointless complete walkover for them. Battle of Khuzestan. Things are going well when suddenly I hear an embarrassed huff from nearby. Spinning my sword ready, I see the enemy commander Sheikh Bahir awkwardly attempting to climb a dead tree. I think he is trying to escape the battle, my lady, the soldier next to me muses. Yes, well, let us chase him down for a duel. Yep. Sheikh Bahir of Ajuran is swinging his spear wildly when suddenly a shriek of pain cuts through the air. Staggering, I realise the voice is my own. My opponent has managed to bash his spear into the side of my body. Yes, ow.
Are you wounded?
Yeah. Should probably avoid battlefield duels for a bit. Right, back to their capital, unless there's someone else I want to get into a battle with. Sometimes when I see soldiers practicing their swordsmanship in the training grounds, the face of Sheikh Bahir flashes before my mind's eye. And I relive the duel we fought. It sends my heart racing how I failed to defend my honour. Some days the shame is overwhelming. Do I get fueled by rage? Oh yes, I get fueled by rage.
Oh yeah. I mean, the other problem with this suicide option, apart from like the obvious that you're dead, is that if it's found out that you died by suicide, then
Oh, that wasn't the other option. The other option was something fairly minor. It's like lose 10 prestige or something.
oh, sometimes you get the suicide one.
But fueled by rage is like +5 personal combat skill. That gets me up to almost respectable again.
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Right, has that battle down there finally happened? Yes. Oh, but now my armies are stupidly marching into that hex. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, you've already moved. You go up there instead. I'm losing a large number of embarrassingly tiny battles.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We should probably stomp back into the territory we're actually trying to take, because we're starting to lose war score for not actually holding any of the territory we want.
Yes.
But I'm busy besieging their capital county. Only got one more thing to besiege there, and then we can move out. Actually, you guys, well, you guys anyway, you can march into Kufa now. Let's split that unit in half and only send half of them for now so that they don't run out of supply limit on the way. I suppose we could go to Einside instead, which would also solve the problem. Yeah, go on. So we can do that through our own territory where there's plenty of supply limit and we get some reinforcements on the way. Peasant revolts all over the place, presumably because in part we do have a slightly dangerous faction. It's only slightly dangerous though. Oh dear, Ironside is actually over full of people. It only has a supply. Oops. The rest of you go to Basra. After hearing about a wise man in the local area, I decide to go visit him and see what he has to offer. He starts talking about ephemeral concepts that sound like blasphemy, but I tell my men to go outside so I can see what he has to offer. So do I learn what he has to offer, blasphemy or not? for +3 learning for, okay, only for the next 10 years, and 20 cultural technology points? Do I get 50 cultural technology points to become cruel by saying blasphemers must die, but libraries contain knowledge? Or do I say, maybe Sunni has more to offer than Catholic, lose 100 piety and start being secretly Sunni?
I think not that one.
No, not least I don't have the DLC for it.
Oh yeah, that would end the game, wouldn't it?
I think it might.
Also, it would stop your founding ambition to found the empire.
Does it, as long as I'm publicly Catholic?
It might be alright.
Anyway, I think I will learn what he has to offer, blasphemy or not. What? They weren't both meant to go there. So what are you doing there? You come down to here. As I walk through this... Oh, I should probably try to get myself some Crusader traits, shouldn't I?
Yes.
As I walk through the streets of Basra, I suddenly feel someone bump into me as a boy runs down the street, with a pouch that looks surprisingly like mine in his hand. So I can become kind by giving up on 27 gold. I can become cruel by finding the kid and making him pay. I can say maybe he could be of use to me. And a man called Abdul Jalil appears at the court of Queen Answer, the ill ruler. Let's go for maybe he could be of use to me. I'd have no idea whether that's actually any good, but... Lots of fairly uninteresting messages. We probably want to tidy up our realm a bit. So I should probably send an actual army, or something that looks a bit like an army, over to where the actual crusade is going on, so we can all get the Crusader trait. Oh, the... Yes, he had a marital what's name with the Holy Roman Empire that should be honoured. Ow. So I think I want to send an army, probably not too big an army, off to Wallachia. Just so that they can say they were there.
And perform the traditional action.
Not least because I think the Crusades may be about to finish.
Yeah.
Well, it has 94% war score. It looks like an abandoned battlefield, the dead strewn across the landscape. The Crusaders certainly met quite the resistance here in Einside. I think I should bury them, even though it will cost me 54 gold. Right. Someone is coming to fight me. I should wait a short while and then concentrate my armies there once their movement locked. That should make sure we win. Yep, Pope Martinus has won the crusade. God has granted Queen Answer II of Jerusalem victory in the crusade for Wallachia. Sultan Musa of the Najdid Sultanate has been beaten at every turn through the war, and he has finally had to give up on his holding in Wallachia. Queen Answer II has granted the new lands of Wallachia to Clara di Spoleto. The Pope has made an announcement about the victory and the virtues of crusaders as true faithful protectors of the faith. With the Muslims being pushed out of their old lands, not sure Wallachia is that old, there are certainly more conflicts to come, praise God. So Queen Clara, the Sword of God of Wallachia, is a Crusader queen in the new Crusader kingdom of Wallachia up here. Sadly, we never actually got to... Oh, I had a tiny army there. I will not go and play as Clara, tempting though it is, because I haven't finished my previous task yet. After the long-fought battle for Wallachia, it wasn't long-fought, it wasn't nearly long-fought enough. It has finally been restored to the faith. Clara di Spoleto has stepped up to the throne as the beneficiary of Jerusalem, becoming the queen of the Crusader state. Surely it will be hard to continue fighting at the fringe of Christendom. Hey, I'm at the fringe of Christendom here, I'll have you know. But everyone can agree Queen Clara is the right person for the task. The Pope requests that the rest of the Christian world support this new kingdom as best they can and not let it once more fall to the infidels and heathens. I wish her luck. But I belong in Jerusalem, where we still only have 49% war score in this war. We're suffering attrition because the enemy hasn't turned up yet. Right, here they are. Oh, half of them disbanded because they were only there for the crusade. We have a new Duke of Nafud, Duke Antonio. He looks fairly dull. Clara di Spoleto immediately joins the defensive pact. Answer is now known as the Crusader rather than the ill ruler. Queen Answer the Crusader, even though she is not officially a Crusader. Oh, we've gained some splint mail armour as well, apparently. And an illustrious Crusader warhammer.
Nice. Add it to the collection. How much money have you got? Oh,
An embarrassment now. Yeah, the new Italian Crusader armour of the Cross is not as good as the German armour of the Cross. And the new illustrious Crusader warhammer is no better than the Basque Crusader falchion. But Princess Elvira doesn't yet have a weapon, so we should clearly send her that warhammer. She already has an armour of the Cross, quality 2. Which, yeah, it doesn't look noticeably better than my Italian armour of the Cross. We released the person we had as a prisoner because the crusade finished, even though we still want that war score, damn it. And he's still holding our nephew prisoner. Bah. The Knights Hospitaller are now charging us because we're no longer in a crusade.
Yes.
My favourite subject.
Problem, of course. Because you've now got infinite crusade money.
Well, not infinite, but enough. My favourite subject does not interest me anymore, and I can't speak about it with the same zeal as before. I've lost the zealous trait already. That didn't last very long. We have a claim on the county of Mosul. I mean, I was hoping for a duchy claim. Let it go. If you can get a duchy claim, that's worth having. I'm not going to bother with county claims. My truce with the Knights Templar is ending. That's nice. Didn't even know I had a truce with the Knights Templar. Oh right, they revolted against me somehow. Oh, we've pulled lots of people out of a hiding hole. Excellent. I mean, it's not like I really need more money, but on the other hand, if I keep ransoming people, I'll take money away from, I'll reduce the amount of money that my neighbours have, which is probably good. And 10 gold might matter to them. Right, we have 100% war score. Time to say we're taking Basra off you. I refuse to pay your extortionate ransom demand because I've just released her anyway. I think. I do actually have a surprisingly large number of people in here, probably because they're yes, because I've just de-landed their lieges. Well, let's do the usual thing of asking them to convert to Catholicism. And they can be let out if they agree. Right. Well, let's get our random child Muslim prisoners educated in a suitable religion. Probably by someone halfway decent, if we can find them. With Pankratios. Meanwhile, we need a Duke of Basra. Let's do the usual approach. I mean, I don't really need claimants for anything much. Well, no, I'm trying to fabricate my own claim on Mosul. So let us go for where's a Di Spoleto who'd like to join my dynasty? And who is... Sorry, a member of my dynasty who wants to join my court, yes. There are sadly no genius Di Spoletos who want to join my court. Or even quick ones.
Any strong or attractive ones?
One strong Di Spoleto. Carlman of Constantine. He's an unfortunate religion and fairly unexciting, frankly. One attractive one who is also a bit meh. Nah. I think actually Agata, who has 22 martial points, but sadly won't be able to be my commander, but she can at least fight in her own right. Should be invited to my court. Oh, I can't immediately grant her the duchy because I need to create... Do I need to create it? No. What's going on with that then? Is it annoyingly held by someone who won't give it up yet? Yes, the Emirate of Basra. The current holder of the Emirate of Basra is at war, and therefore I can't grant it to. I can't usurp it. Well, she can have the county of Basra. And what are the other two things under there? Ainside and Kufa. There we go. She is now way over her domain limit instead of me being way over my domain limit. But she can organise herself. And then one of us can usurp that duchy when it becomes available. Right, so that's sorted out with the domain limit. We've dealt with everyone in our dungeons. So now I probably have a fairly large amount of tedious shopping to do as I do something with these 16,000 gold I have lying around. So I think this is the point at which we stop for the night. Having placed a Dispoleto on the throne of Wallachia, Queen Clara, the Sword of God, who has managed to achieve having 26 martial points. She has the Holy Helm of Finland.
We're not quite sure how she got that.
She was given it by the Pope, of course. The ceremonial helmet worn by Queen Clara as she stormed the gates of Wallachia in the name of God. So yes, she is a Crusader Queen and everyone loves her. I've got an army that they've raised, Stoats. Go away.
Check that you really have dismissed all your armies.
I thought I already had checked. There doesn't seem to be any undismissed armies there.
Well, checking the army screen. Also, have you sent the Knights Hospital home?
Yes. Yes, 0, 0, 0.
No. Super.
Um,
Your economy can rest in peace.
monthly balance plus 19. So what?
Yes, how are you doing on the extra holding?
It arrived.
Hooray!
Here it is, the Barony of Jericho. So obviously we need to build more walls there. So yes, the County of Jerusalem now has all its holding slots filled. 3 bishoprics, 3 castles and a city.
3 bishoprics does seem excessive, but I mean...
It's Jerusalem.
It's Jerusalem. Okay, the fact that there's 3 bishoprics isn't excessive. The thing that's wrong is that they're all of the same religion.
They're all Catholics, yes.
But you should have, like, a Catholic one, an Orthodox one, well, possibly, it's probably a Coptic one, given the time period. Obviously, of course, there should be a mosque and a synagogue and, eventually a Church of England thing somewhere nearby, just, for the world.
Yes.
There should, of course, be 2 different brands of Orthodox. There should be Russian
So yes, we have so much stuff to build in Jericho to bring it up to the now that we've got money, we can bring it up to the standard of Ramallah and Mirabel.
For the non-religious, you really should read about the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and how it's totally falling down because the Christian sects that control it, the secret bodies of control, can't agree on doing like anything, including, you know, like stopping the bloody thing falling over, more or less. I think this is some kind of metaphor.
And yes, we can finally upgrade Gethsemane to level 4. To turn it into the best garden in the world. Well, I think it already is. So, oh yes, how are we doing? So yes, Duke Ignatius of Mudar, my vassal, is currently attacking the Byzantine revolt to get that, what county? That's Beroea, isn't it? Yes. So that will deal with the main thing that we want off that revolt, hopefully before the revolt itself evaporates.
No, that's the wrong sodding thing to state taxes.
Looks like that's beautifully balanced at 10%, so that's not going anywhere. Oh, there appears to be an independent Thessalonica.
At least temporarily. Do you want Thessalonica?
Nope.
Okay. Just checking.
I want Assyria.
Yes, I did think Thessalonica sounded a bit too Greek to be really yours, but you know.
I mean, I only want some of Assyria. I mostly want the Duchy of Mosul. But that is held by the King of Assyria, so
He may
directly.
he may object
And there are
to you.
never any claimants for it, so I'm trying to turn myself into one. And we need to take Man off Africa, and we need to take the bishopric of Al Thingamy off currently that revolt.
And are you done with the Najidids now?
No, there are still 2 counties that I want that they hold.
And that's irritatingly 2 counties, not part of a duchy that you can just, you know.
Well, I mean, I already own the duchy, so I can't take them together.
Right.
I hope that the relevant duke will now consider the benefits of going in there and getting it for himself. Or herself, I can't remember who it is. Duke Antonio of Nafud, yes, who has just gained the throne there. But he does only have 3,000 troops, so possibly I should have granted him Basra just to get him more troops. So Sultan Musa, who has 8,000, is probably still a bit scary unless he can get himself some alliances, which he does not yet have. But yes, we're getting close. And if my Chancellor can actually get me a claim on the Duchy of Mosul, that would be very convenient. Sadly, everyone is slightly grumpy about me owing to having thrown my nephew to the Sultan. And I need a new commander. But we will deal with all of that later. For now, I think we say good night. Good night. I've lost the button. There it is. Good night.